Hello, everyone. This is Mr. McKenna again, and it's technically for you Monday, November 20th, and we're in the second week of the second unit, Unit 2 on social and political philosophy. So I wanted to catch everyone up on what we could or should be doing at this point in order to help you. And one of the things that I will start with is recommending, if you haven't started already, is to begin your reading of the Platonic dialogue, the Meno, which is available on the Google Classroom for this course. Here's a my copy of the Meno with several other dialogues included. But the full text is available in our Google Classroom site for this online course. So start reading it and work your way through it. Just quickly, this is a fairly brief and I think relatively accessible, very well known dialogue with only four characters: Meno, Socrates, a slave who has no name, and a character who is known as Anytus. And it follows the course of a series of exchanges and demonstrations that Socrates engages in with those other characters. So this dialogue of the Meno, it could be used to feature philosophical notions about excellence, which is where it starts. Also about knowledge or how we acquire knowledge. We'll talk about the notion of epistemology later in this course. But it also, as with virtually all Platonic dialogues, it has an important political component, and we'll try and unpack that a little bit. And I'm hoping you will be able to unpack that aspect of it as we go through the dialogue. If you become interested deeply in this particular dialogue, I invite you to look at the commentary provided by Jacob Klein. He was a foremost interpreter of Platonic dialogues, and has offered the reader a very perceptive interpretation of this dialogue. I'd ask you to please remember my earlier request to people. We're not having any hard and fast deadlines in this online course to facilitate some flexibility for you. But recall that I had asked earlier that you watch a video on a selected philosopher, and to then proceed to prepare a summary of what you saw in that video. Now, remember, this is an assignment that is not graded, so it's not going to count toward your final mark. But that assignment has been added really for your benefit, to give you some practice in summarizing sometimes complicated content, and being able to provide a synopsis of something that you read. The benefit here is that I'll get a chance to see how you are faring with providing and producing those kinds of summaries, but it's also something that you can share with your colleagues in class. So go back to that. If you go back to the announcements, my announcements dated November 5th and revised November 9th, you will find more instructions there, and the list of the 8 philosophers, and to match you up with our 8 students. Later this week, and we're in the second week of Unit 2, later this week I will be posting a list of possible topics for the Unit 2 culminating assignment, which is asking you to select a political philosopher and look at a particular topic. It could be, the state of nature in Thomas Hobbes, or sincerity in Rousseau, or the image of the cave in Plato, some other topic for different property for Karl Marx, the notion of property. Uh, Something that you can get your teeth into and get your head around on a particular area. And I'd like you to contemplate concluding that assignment, the culminating assignment for Unit 2, before we move to Unit 3, which will be in early December. Unit 3, of course, is on ethics. So I hope you'll have a chance to turn your mind to that. Also remember, and there was an announcement about this earlier, I have prepared a tie-in for the upcoming school trip to Florence, and that deals with Niccolo Machiavelli. And I will be sharing that with your TAP teachers and with the school beforehand so that you can utilize some time in Florence to look at or trace the footprints or footsteps and traces of Niccolo Machiavelli in that town, which that city, which he is famous for. So there's still a fair amount to do, and I encourage everyone to try and move ahead with their coursework. Please remember to work at your own pace, and also recall that I'm available by email or other methods for questions, suggestions, and comments. So we worked through this second week of Unit 2 from November 20th to the 25th. And I'll wish you well, and please stay in touch as you work through this online course. All right, take care, and I'll be speaking to you soon. Ciao.